Hello and welcome to the Curiosity and Consciousness podcast. The intention of this podcast is to open your mind, get curious about yourself and connect to the power you hold within. I am your host, Karen Maloney, an inside-out coach, helping you to believe in yourself and manifest your desires. Check out the podcast, available on all platforms, and go to my website, www.karenmaloney.com for all info. Hello everybody. Welcome. It's me, Karen Maloney, and thank you for tuning in and for what will be the last kind of show of the year. I'll have a short one next week, all right, but this is kind of the last episode of the year, and it'll just be myself kind of riffing and rounding up the year and maybe setting some intentions or inviting us to elevate our focus for 2022. So before I get stuck in, just a reminder that in January I have an event taking place every Wednesday in January for 1 hour, 7 to 8 p.m. Irish UK time. It's called Right Start, and on each Wednesday we will do a mix of meditation or tapping, relaxation. I'll guide you through some meridian points and meridian therapy, and really the intention is just to start January off on the right foot, to elevate our energy, to feel more uplifted and to feel good, because sometimes January can be such a drag, and even now the lead up to Christmas can be hectic, and then sometimes by the time Christmas comes around we just kind of crash, and then it takes a long time to get going again, and then we're dragging our heels through January. It's a bit gloomy, it's a bit blue, and we kind of don't want to get involved and just want the month to be over so we can start our year. And this is a tool, this is an aid, this is a support to help us move through January on just a lighter, brighter note, to raise our energy. I'll guide you. It's not too intense, but it's going to be lots of fun, practical, nourishing. And again, it's really setting our energy, intentions and focus right for the year ahead. So come join me. Go to my website, www.karenmaloney.com, and click the shop section and you will see the event there. So I look forward to welcoming you, and let's all start the year off in community, online, and just move through January a bit easier and have more fun. So yeah, we've made it through another year, 2021. I honestly cannot believe I'm recording the last episode of the year. It just seems so insane. I've no idea where the year went. It went so quick, but I am sure, like many of you, have certainly had my moments. I've felt the weight of the year. I've felt the heavy energy. I've had ups and downs. I've felt really emotional at times. I felt like everything was just falling apart and all these different things that we go through. But, we've made it here. It's all about resilience, picking ourselves up, having tools and skills to support us through these dips and these energies. And certainly, all around the world, it's been challenging times, and this ongoing narrative of the virus and lockdowns and all these things. And you know what? I've just come to a point as well where I've had enough. I'm like, whatever, it is here. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to have it in my consciousness. Yes, I'm aware, but it's here. We're living with it. There's a 0.0007% of passing away from it. Yes, there are other people who are more vulnerable, and for sure we should be protecting them. But it's like, I don't know why the big hoo-ha for something that's really not that deadly anymore. Okay? I've said it, there it is. And, in so many respects, I'm so grateful that I am in Mexico, because it has been life as normal here, living with the pandemic for so long. Everything's open. There's no restrictions on not mingling tables or numbers or any of that thing. So I certainly have been blessed, but I certainly still haven't been without hard times and difficulties and challenges and just feeling the weight of it all. So even my invitation would be for people as well, for all of us, to tune out from the news. Really, truly, 2022, I invite you to stop listening to the news. Stop listening to the mainstream narrative. Just tune out. And it's something, I haven't done in years. I have not listened to the news in years. I don't read a newspaper. And honestly, or as I always say, I'm like, things I need to know about, I'll know about, And when you think about it, like keeping our nervous system programmed into that fear is not healthy. It is not healthy. When you're not tuned into it 24/7 and you go on living your life and taking the precautions, you realize, hey, what's all the fuss about? What's all these mandates and forcing people to do X, Y, and Z, lockdowns? Like, why? Because when you live your life and you're not tuned into that fear program, you see that people are happy, people are healthy, people are getting on with life, they're being friendly, there's no this big fear among people. It's only when we're tuned into that frequency and that consciousness. So, and just in case anyone misinterprets, what I'm saying, or I'm not saying this from a place of insensitivity to the people who have lost their lives. Absolutely in no way, shape or form. But I do always tie it to the higher truth of we're all going the same way. We're all going to pass at some stage. This is just a rodeo show, as they say. This is just an experience that we get to live for however long we get to live it. I also believe, as Diana Cooper shared with me last year, that no soul in the whole entire world goes 1 second before they're meant to. And again, it makes me really sad. Everyone who has lost their lives, people who lose their lives every single day of a multitude of things. So please don't misinterpret what I just said as, being insensitive to the people who passed. No, absolutely not. It's always really sad. It's always really tragic. We will never be okay with losing loved ones. But I do believe that we go exactly when we're meant to. And even as Diana Cooper mentioned as well, the people who have gone during this time from all circumstances are elevating the planet as well. They are taking so much darker, heavier energy with them as well, that they're doing a service to all of us as well. And again, not everyone may be aligned to that thinking, but that is something I believe as well. And it's something I truly cling to, and something that pulls me through a lot of hardships and shittiness that happens in the world. So I just wanted to clarify that as well. And I have also linked a YouTube interview that I came across really recently that I thought was really informative and really good as well, with Dr. Vincent Carroll, and it's talking specifically about NPHET in Ireland, and I just think it's really good, really informative, really clear. And again, I just encourage you to take the few moments to watch it and then just tune out, put your focus elsewhere, tune out of the whole narrative that is continuing to be spun and put out there, despite all the facts and figures and research and everything that they have now. So, and again, they're talking about NPHET in Ireland, but everything that he's sharing as well is also very applicable to the whole conversation worldwide. He makes some really, really valid, clear points. So check it out, watch it. I'll have it linked, and then tune out from it. And again, it's not about denial or burying your head in the sand. Like, believe me, even though I don't read the news, there is no way I would not be aware of what is going on in the world, But the thing is, do you want to keep your attention, your energy, your focus, your consciousness on it 24/7? Because you have to ask yourself, does this really support me? And it comes back to quantum physics. What you put your attention on, what you give your energy and focus to, grows. And that's the same with our thoughts and our consciousness. The energy, the frequency, the narrative that we are feeding is what grows in our life. So if we are constantly feeding a fear narrative, you're going to be wired for more stress, on high alert. Your system will not be able to function properly. You'll have a lower immune system. You'll be more susceptible to things anyway, because that's the way it goes. And even as A Course in Miracles, are all ancient texts, religions, as they all say as well, you choose love or fear. They are underlying, they're the only two emotions that truly exist. And the thing about it as well is we cannot be in both at once. We choose. And sometimes it's a moment-to-moment choice. And sometimes it's remembering that we actually have the choice to move out of fear and move back to love. And that is the work, because believe me, it's so much easier to stay in the fear at times. It takes the work, the discipline, the finding something deeper, greater within yourself, within the universe, to elevate above the fear. That is the work for sure. But it's certainly my invitation that we all be more conscious, be more mindful, be more intentional of what we are choosing to focus on, what we are choosing to speak about, what we are choosing to send our energy, our precious life force energy and consciousness towards. Because again, that's what we will see more of grow in our lives. And it doesn't support either on any way, shape or form. It just perpetuates that frantic, fearful energy. So again, it's not about denial. We're all really aware. But my invitation for us all over Christmas, because obviously as well, it's a really triggering time at times. And especially if we are meeting up with family or friends and we maybe have differing opinions and ideas or whatever, it's a really triggering time. So it's my invitation over the Christmas and definitely moving into 2022 that we all aim to choose our alignment, to choose our words, our energy, our consciousness, what we are focusing on and what we are consuming. And I don't just mean foods, that's obviously one element, but what we are consuming as in the conversations we are surrounded by, the music, the words, the letters that we are taking in from outside stimuli as well. Just to be really, really mindful and conscious, So that's my invitation. And it's that reminder again of we cannot be in both. We're either in love or we're either in fear. And again, choosing love does not mean rose-tinted glasses on and pretending like it's all okay. No, choosing love means you see it, you feel it, you go through the depths of your emotions, but you still rise, you still choose to focus on kindness, on faith, on belief, on trust, on compassion, on community, on humanity. You still choose those no matter what. And that is the work and that is the invitation. It's as much a reminder to myself as everyone else. So this is what I believe we should all be more conscious of, be more mindful of, and to choose our vibration and our energy and what we are consuming and what we are putting our attention on more intentionally over the Christmas and certainly over the year to come. This is like the collective consciousness as well. When we do that, we will help us all. We will elevate the vibration of the planet and we will move through this. We will, but it has to be each of us connecting to this individually, which then one by one will add to the collective, which will make the shifts. So choose love. Choose love. Love over fear. Feeling good. Doing what feels good to you, to your heart, to your soul. What you feel led and guided to do or not do, do that. When you follow your heart, your soul, your core, that truth, that higher love, you will be okay, no matter what happens in the interim. So that's what I'd like to leave you with. And also another practice that I invite us all again to build going forward is really if you build a connection to your breath. So first thing in the morning, last thing at night, top and tail your day. The minute you wake up in the morning, put your hands on your heart and take 3 deep conscious breaths in through the nose, focusing on breathing into the belly and exhaling out through the mouth. And take 3 of those in the morning and 3 of those at night before you go to sleep and build the practice. You may not feel any shift the first time, the second time, the 20th time, but if you do it every single day consistently, you will feel a massive shift in your body and it will help you to stay in this vibration of love and compassion and kindness because it helps to calm your nervous system, which is something we all need to do because when we're so wired, it's so quick to fly off the handle, to be in that defensive or righteous mode and that fear mode. It's really easy when your nervous system is wired. So start a conscious breath practice as well. Top and tail your day, and that will help you to calm your nervous system, to come out of the fear story, so you can be more mindful and conscious of where and what you are directing your energy towards. So that's it. Another year, 2021. I wish everyone the most wonderful, wonderful Christmas and the best for 2022. And again, we can all do this, and always lean into what feels good. Lean towards the love. Don't take things personally. Everyone's just projecting their pain, and you do you. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate your support. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy. I hope to see you in January for Right Start event. And until then, much love. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you get notified every time a new show is released. Get more information on this week's guest as well on my website www.soulpowerlight.com.